Ladies and gentlemen, Everything DB presents Good D, Bad D.
Hey, let's go.
All right, we will start with the Bad D. We are very thankful and appreciative that this has been happening all season. Darius, I think we got some good shit today, don't we?
We do. We got some great shit. It's playoff time, baby. Starting. Yeah, we'll start here for sure.
Okay.
Let's go, Lions. So this is the play, 4th and 1 touchdown to Sam Laporta. Great coaching, actually. Great execution from Ben Johnson's offense, something we saw with the Harbaugh offense in college football playoffs. A lot of formations, a lot of shifts, a lot of motions. So right here, personnel-wise, they're going with a heavy personnel. So we got 0 wide receivers on the field. You got running back, fullback, tight end body, running back, skipper, reported eligible, jumbo tight end. So it's either 13, 21, one of those big personnels. And for, like I said, not a lot of cover guys at all. John Johnson, safety, is really the only cover guy out here. Outside linebacker was put in a blender a few times. So now you shift, right? So now you go from under center, eye back, and now you go to a 3-by-1 bunch set with Sam Laporta out here split out in number 3 now. He's a touchdown machine. He's been all year. We've seen him score against safeties, corners, linebackers. Anytime he gets an outside linebacker out here, it's obviously a mismatch. You got 3 guys out here who probably collectively have maybe a rep in the game together, covering a bunch out here in space. This is tough for DBs. You see it all the time. You get out here in space, 3rd and 4, and you got wide receivers out here. It's tough to sort it out. They do their best job that they can. 4th and 1, money down, go to your big money player. Obviously a good route, one-on-one, Sam Laporta in the back of the end zone, Jared Goff finds him.
Filthy.
That's a tough spot to be in for all those defenders.
Never great.
97 was in coverage a lot.
Yeah, he was.
He was in coverage a lot.
And that's what you're going to get. Anytime you extend 3 and you have that outside linebacker who's he's going to be responsible for the coverage. Now, AJ has probably dealt with this a lot more than me. This is probably like a goal line. And you saw the Super Bowl that the Patriots won with Malcolm Butler, the pick, they had that special personnel, hey, goal line corners, but we're going to send the corner in to cover the guys. But when you have goal line and then you spread these guys out, it's tough to cover.
I mean, Goff could.
Waltz in there.
If he really wanted to. It feels like they got it. And I see that you had, Skip highlighted here.
So that's
can't rush.
Eligible. Yep, so we got to treat him. So that guy on the edge most likely is covering him. But once again, you're coming out with the mindset, 4th and 1, all right, they're going for it, and you get all you have is the D coordinator or the players on the field. Hey, they got we got a back here. We got 23 personnel, or 14 jumbo, whatever it is. You're thinking in mindset, hey, they're just going to try to run it down our throats for a yard. Come out of I formation and you split out, and now you're dealing with a bunch out here in space. You got to completely change your mindset as a whole defense. John Johnson got to find out. I would think if he had this down back, the safety would say, hey, let me get Laporta, you guys cover the other guys. But when it's happening so fast, you just want to be lined up, have a body.
Ben Johnson, what a genius.
In his bag.
Big play.
You got to snap that thing quick, right, so they don't see it?
Honestly, you just want everybody set. It doesn't matter because, once again, you got a mismatch somewhere because you got guys out in space who aren't used to covering that. But the quicker you shift and get set, the quicker we all got to see they pointing. So I think they did a pretty decent job, honestly, defensively, just getting a body on a body, a man on a man. And then, you see 89 trying to set a little pick.
How about the route this way? And then, I mean,
it's
the
tough
only
route.
chance, D, but probably to get, if you got the guy on the point to kind of get up and jam him at the line, if you're, who the guy right there, 89, get up and jam him possibly to try to create like a weird bubble to where it doesn't have enough time maybe.
Yeah, you see 89, he's trying to set a little body pick for, that's, the guy that, Huter, I believe his name is, 97. I believe, I'm not sure.
Yeah, 97.
Yeah.
Michael Hoyt.
There it is.
Not Hooter. Hoyt.
Hooter.
Where were you last night?
Hooters. I'm not a big Hooter. I'm more of a Twin Peaks guy. So.
Okay, fair enough.
Good play, though. Good play. Good execution.
Do they serve the same type of food?
I think, yeah.
Twin Peaks. Great ribs.
I think Hooters is more wings, but like similar.
Great
Hooters,
ribs.
AJ.
I don't think I've.
What's the other
I
one?
don't think I've done this.
I don't know
Twin Peaks either.
What's the Irish
We've been
one?
to a Twin Peaks
There's one
before.
out here, actually.
It was the only restaurant
Yeah.
within 30 miles of the hotel we were staying at a Thursday night football game, if I remember correctly.
North Carolina.
Yes, that is correct.
We walked to it.
They had the big buffalo outside, and we all were hopping on and take pictures. Yep.
I do remember that.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I did not remember it at the time though, so it made a big impression. But Connor, sounds like you could go to You go to war for Hooters, it sounded like.
I mean, I have never been lucky enough to go to a Twin Peaks establishment, but yeah, the cake at Hooters. I mean, some of the best dessert in the land.
Twin
I don't
Peaks,
know,
apple
anybody.
turnovers.
Yeah, that. Oh, better than the chocolate
Yes,
cake?
yes.
Yeah, okay. I'll be
Ice
the judge
cream,
of
apple
that.
What's the Irish one? There's one
Tilted
down at
Kilt?
North Shore. Tilted Kilt. Thank you,
Oh
AJ.
yeah.
Oh, I've never been there.
That sounds awesome.
Tilted Kilt. These all have similar food?
Yep. Similar atmospheres.
I'd pledge my allegiance to Tilted Kilt if I ever went, for sure.
It went out of business, but
Fuck.
You knew that. Is that why you said that?
No, I didn't, just because that's a great name.
It is pretty good.
Better than Hooters.
Anyways, thanks for bringing up Hooters. Dude.
Oh, sorry about.
Hey, it's okay, man. Yeah, I think they're
Is that a reference? Is that a reference to a hard-on tilted kilt?
No, it's a reference to a kilt being worn. I think it
What if you have a kilt but someone's hard? Boom, it's tilted there.
I don't think
that's,
the men
that's
are
the
wearing
first time. I'm
kilts.
just spitballing. First time I thought of
I
that.
think it'd be TP Kilt or
yeah, exactly. Tent kilt.
pitching a
Not
kilt.
out of the equation. It's possible though. All right, you can. What's up, DB? What we
It is
got going here?
First time I thought of that.
Empty.
Yes, they are. They are
Empty.
empty.
3rd and 7. We've seen the touchdown. Jordan Love, once again,
guys
just
get it.
having total command of the offense. 3rd and 7, you got on the empty. The empty check here, it looks like for the Cowboys was to send
Dial in.
0 pressure. So both these off-ball
Getting too loose,
linebackers
we're getting
are
too
going to
loose.
blitz. And you'll see Jordan Love. You run it back to the beginning, you'll see Jordan Love give a fake cadence. Right.
Say hi.
Yeah, wait.
Boom. So then you get the defense to show their hand. Now, usually sometimes when you get caught like this in the blender, you check to something different as a defense. It's tough to do, though, once you have these man-to-man alignments back here. Everyone's blitzing. What I would say is once he brings the tight end there to protect as this blitzer, you should get a little closer so that if your guy blocks, you can add on. And if he was to add on, he would be that free hitter, which would not give him enough time to get this ball out in that double post up top. If you run it back to the beginning to see the routes up top. So double post, you get a motion down from Wicks. He's going to motion down. You'll see the communication between the corners. And once again, whenever you're comboing or working it in and out, anytime you get double in breaking routes or double out breaking routes, those are the toughest because somebody's going to have bad leverage. Great route, great throw, great job pre-snap picking up that blitz, understanding what's happening. And I think the fix for this defensively is that adjustment where, hey, he checks, he saw the blitz. Now, once he brings his tight end to block, if he blocks, we add on.
Micah's coming from really far away.
Yeah, he's kind of loafing a bit too.
So he's
What,
getting
but-
so he knows, boom. He
Little bit.
sees it. They give a fake alert, the defense, like they're changing something. Yeah, Micah's getting, a little chip from the running back. Boom.
What are you saying Mike is loafing? He wasn't loafing.
Well, he said before the game that he was going to be fucking legendary, and then he got stonewalled by Zach Tom. So he's loafing a little bit after they got down 27-0.
You're saying he's bummed out.
He's a little bummed out.
What happened with Gilmore? Was it all scheme? Because Cowboys fans were ready to put his head on the spike.
He had a tough go at it. He got banged up the week prior, but it was just tough. I mean, you had the sell route, so you go inside like you're running over, which as a corner you got to haul ass. That's the toughest route to cover, and then the receiver puts the foot in the ground and go the other way. You can definitely, look like an idiot at times out there covering. But this is a great route.
What about the ball, too?
And then it's a great ball, and then the fact that he's motioning down, and then at the top of the route you'll see that little extra sauce he puts on it to kind of sit him down because it's veteran corner. This is the main route we talk about all the time. Double post. You want to stay inside leverage. He's doing a good job right here. But once he gives him that little sits him down, crosses his face, and then that's a great ball.
Great ball.
Where he put it.
He's so
And this is
good.
what Pat P picked off a year or two ago that we talked about on the show.
Yep. Pat P picked one off. We talked about one that Slay picked off against Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson.
Was Pat P
last
the one
year.
against Josh Allen?
Yep.
Yep.
Right at the goal line.
Same thing. He knew it pre-snap and he jumped it.
Yeah, that's why that extra sauce at the top of the route I think made it, and then obviously Love knowing what's coming, getting back, O-line picking up.
Yeah, you're right.
And that-
Jeez, at the top of the route.
Yeah, at the top of the route he just set him down, made his feet stop.
Dang.
That's tough.
And Love little double clutch on it too.
Yeah.
Filthy.
Love is he's a monster,
Jeez.
absolute monster.
That's just a great route. You're right.
Yeah, that's
Jeez.
tough.
Great ball. The ball.
Yeah.
Ball was
Great
good.
route,
I'm saying
obviously.
for Gilmore though, where I say, hey, what's up with Gilmore? Sometimes these guys are getting paid too.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Sometimes it just got your number. Now, the Gilmore thing is one thing. This, it's a shit show back here for Philly, and it has been that for the last couple months. 3rd and 7. You're going to see motion coming down. Now, we want to be on different levels. I think he's a little too deep to be covering this running back in the backfield. And this is tough. When you're running crossing routes as a DB, you got to avoid traffic. You're covering the back in the backfield, but he's going to run right into him as they're crossing two trains and a boom.
Oh, no.
Passing in the night. Now you give it up 3rd and 7. Now that happens, right? Boom. You pause it here. That happens. We got right now corner and the safety running. So now we just got to get this guy down. Rally and tackle at this point. Cup him. Pursue angles. We talk about it all the time. So right now, if you just pause this right here in the defensive meeting, we're going to say, hey, look, we can't let this guy score. Like, we got to line up and play again, get a red zone stop, maybe hold him to a field goal. But they don't.
If that was a punt return, poor lane integrity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom, makes a
behind your
move.
teammate.
Like, that's, you know.
This tackle, too. I mean, he just pushed him into the end zone.
It's bad ball right here. This is as bad as it get as a unit.
Wrap up.
Wrap up. Take good angles. But once again, they're running into each other. You don't want it to happen, but the shit happens. Just got to get them on the ground again.
Live to see another day.
Live to see another down. 3rd and 7.
That's right. Just make a tackle, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's by the way, kicker, punter. Mm-hmm. Just get them down. Just let's try to hold this to 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, if it's getting to you.
What really made this play work, too, was the Shipyard alum Bob Hainsey in the middle. I don't know if you guys saw him. But
Great job on the
anchoring the old line.
just stonewall on Fletcher Cox.
Snap on Fletcher, come back on the backer. It was really well done, Bob Haynes.
Where's he, Shane? Where's he trained?
Oh, the Shipyard out there.
Where's that?
That's a place that doesn't flush their toilets.
That's in my backyard.
Full of piss. Piss bucket.
That?
Stonewall Jackson pass off.
Really nice.
Hassan Reddick, see ya.
Great pass.
Huge 3rd down.
Nice job, Q.
Look like
Boom.
AQ.
Mike Evans blocking down the field, getting the body on 2 guys.
Mike Evans will do it. Godwin will do it.
He'll do it. Put a hand up. Get a better shot of Hainsey here.
Who won't do it?
This man right here, number 70. Somebody right over top of him, AQ.
Stud right over top of him.
AQ, is that the worst when somebody just head up right over top of you?
So this particular stunt's the worst when they go bang, bang, and then they loop the guy around. You got like a 3-man pass off on the left side here.
Handles it like a pro.
Bang, bang.
Nice job, boys.
Pass
Wait,
off.
he's already eyeballing it. He's already eyeballing it.
Snap it off, come back.
Hainsey.
Bobby.
Robert!
70K
Stay square, gets his depth. Really, I mean, it's just like I taught him.
Sink. Boom.
Strain!
See Mike Evans getting here. Body on the back. Guys are straining. Bucks wanted it more.
They did. Maybe.
They wanted more. Here we go. Once again, 2nd and 4, 3rd quarter, end of the 3rd quarter. It's going to be a simple out route. Yeah, maybe a 1st down, but once again, tackle, staple to the ground. You miss it. So now, once again, you pause.
It looks like the Minneapolis Miracle.
It does.
One simple boom. Now these are tough tackles. Now this isn't an easy tackle. That wide receiver can catch it, put that foot in the ground, turn it back in.
That's what.
Miss.
Boom. You missed one. But pause it right here. Once again, we got to get this guy on the ground. And we're talking about 1st and 10 from the 40, 1st and 10 from the 35. We don't. Splits the safety, bad angle.
What are we doing?
And I mean,
what's Patricia supposed to do?
That's Trey Palmer.
So we say it all the time with offensive linemen when they go out in space, like you can't break down.
No.
Like, so is that same thing with Byard there? Like, does he have to go attack there?
So the first one, I would say you can break down a little bit. Sometimes in space, corners, safeties, there are going to times you're not going to fully break down. You want to continue to close space. So right now,
he missed with the proper leverage, though, G. But he gave these guys a chance because he missed outside.
See, AJ. For me, being in this position, I want to use this sideline. Like, I'm trusting my guys running. Trey Palmer's a fast motherfucker. This 12th man, I want to use this 12th man. So almost like when as a returner, I was taught to, hey, you want to bend here and kind of skinny that guy up to give yourself kind of almost a two-way go. Oh, yeah. And as a safety, you almost want to tackle, hey, I want to tackle inside this back hip, and make him just kind of run back, because now I can just push him out of bounds. I don't have to make a real physical tackle. Once he cuts back, I just got to trust that these guys. It's a linebacker. This Trey Palmer, like this, he can roll. So at this point, free safety, we're free safety. We just got to get you down anyway, anyhow. So it is a tough, once again, it's a lot easier with this fucking stick in my hand than it is being out there with Trey Palmer in open space. But, you got 3-3 hauling ass. It's tough. You got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to get him on. It's a playoff game. we're fighting for our lives. Like we got to get him on the ground.
That guy, Byard, he could just act like he's not athletic enough to catch Palmer either.
Mm-hmm.
So then Palmer thinks, oh, I got a fucking right here.
Yeah.
Like if Byard just acts like he's unathletic a little bit,
Sure.
you know, then you got that guy, and then you just squeeze him
Yeah,
right
exactly.
to the
Squeeze
sideline.
him. Perfect.
Squeeze him to the sideline. I made 20 tackles that way.
Boom.
20, just acting like, oh, my hamstring, you can blow right by. Wham! Let me close the door real quick. That is the play. It is. That sideline was a weapon, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Weapon.
12 man.
And I didn't like that you said you were taught to run this way, because that's the last thing I want as a returner.
No, if I got this ball in my hand, that's a punter or a kicker or whatever. Like I want to run almost like right at him.
Yeah.
So instead of just because if I stay here, I'm gonna give you that angle.
Oh, yeah.
So once I come here at you, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah. Oh,
now,
shit,
You know,
yeah.
and now it makes you sit down. And if I'm faster, I could just.
Yeah, we don't want anybody running right at the kicker. The partner. Yeah. Do you want to get around him? Always more athletic. I told Josh Cribbs that before the game. Josh, just don't run me over. Just run around me, man. Just don't run me over. You know, you can just get around me. Kick off return. Try to get around me. Fucking tackled him. In the moment, as I tackled him, we get up. He said, I should have ran your ass over. I said, yes, you should. Hopefully this doesn't happen again. Josh Cribbs, good guy.
Oh yeah,
Great
guy.
human.
Great guy,
Good
great
player.
teammate,
Fucking incredible returner.
Yeah.
great play. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And not only a returner, great
Wide
just
receiver.
teamer.
Oh, yeah,
Overall,
teamer
like
as
just
whole.
a core
Quarterback.
teamer. He was.
Quarterback.
I don't know if
Quarterback,
enough
yeah.
people appreciate and respect how good Josh Cribbs was at
No.
football.
I think when he was doing it, they did.
Yeah, but now it's
Yeah.
like kind of.
He was a game wrecker for sure.
Well, and that's not his fault.
But yeah,
It's-
we gotta
it's special
that
teams
can't happen.
today.
That cannot happen.
Yeah, you're right. Ooh.
Let's go. Let's get to the good D.
Time for some good D.
What?
Look at this.
What?
JJ in there, huh?
JJ White.
This guy, hell of a player.
We gotta
Right.
we gotta get a Steeler up there.
Oh,
gotta get
yeah.
one.
Yeah, definitely not a Patriot. Not as if they had the greatest
Gotta get
defense
one.
for 20
Bill
years.
Reeves is up there.
They gotta get a
In a
Reeves
Jets
is up there.
uniform. In a Jets
Maybe
uniform.
we get him in the
Cocky
split jersey.
Here is a good one.
This is a good one.
Oh,
Harris,
no.
4th and 2. Stick route, one of the most basic routes. You see it all the time in the NFL, 4th and 2. You see he doesn't even move. Boom.
Joe.
Pick it, take it to the
Joe.
crib. I mean, Joe, and this is good, great. This guy, pause it here. If you look, I ask you, Connor, what coverage does this look like?
3.
3, boom. AQ, what you got? Any guess? Any stab at it? Just pre-snap, you're taking this picture as a quarterback?
I mean, it's 1 or 3.
Yep, 1 or 3. Boom.
Yep.
So on post snap, he's going to rotate out and be that flat corner. This corner is going to go and be that deep half safety. He's going to be a deep half safety here,
2.
and he's going to be a cover 2 corner here. So it looks like split safety. I mean, it looks like single high, which is 1 or 3, some type of fire zone. On the snap, it goes to cover 2. So you're going to have a hard corner out here. So Joe Flacco can't really lead him out here to Petrie. So you try to put it in his hole, and then you get stick route a lot against cover 2 as well. But great pre-snap disguise, and they rotate to it. He just kind of, cuts the deep half short because no threat.
Joseph.
Great job being on the same page with this DeMeco Ryans defense.
There's a lot more to it, I guess, than just old buddy standing there and picking him off.
Yeah.
But he knew.
And it was sweet how he just didn't move.
He's so comfortable.
ball, yeah.
Look how chill he is.
4th and 2, man. He's smart. Plays in the sticks.
Play the sticks. Play the odds.
Flacco knew that.
Thank you.
Flacco.
How about how pumped he is right here? Oh my God.
This
Yeah,
idiot.
he knows it. So nah, he probably knew that was picked right there.
So I guess there was the same exact play against the Titans a few weeks back where he broke up the pass, but he didn't pick it off. So he's like a little bit late
Yep.
almost on it. So then just a few weeks later to happen and then him being there, that'd
Oh,
feel
yeah.
good inside as well.
Him breaking that huddle, seeing that motion, he was probably looking at it like, please, just let this be the one. And that's literally, those are the ones. It's probably 3 or 4 plays you go into a game, and it's like, if I get this look, this formation, this situation, this is the route I'm jumping and I'm picking. If it's not that, hey, you got me. If you go stick not there, you got me on that one. 4th and 2, I got to take my chances there.
How about this team? Really cold, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Really fucking cold. Kansas City Chiefs, great job. You'll see Snead down here. We all saw the clip of him in that jam with Tyreek Hill. Look at his safeties moving around, rotating, still going to a split safety. You're going to have a deep safety over Tyreek Hill. Snead's going to do a great job not only getting a reroute pre-snap and taking away Tua's first look. Boom, pause it. So he's playing like a 2-man. So Tua's first look is going to be down here. He wants that in cut from to Tyreek. He goes to a second look. Jalen Waddle doesn't step into the throw. I wouldn't necessarily, it was a guy in his face jumping, but I think that's a pocket you can step up into, in the NFL. He doesn't step into it, floats it, sells it, tips and overthrows. You talk about it all the time. You take away. The game plan coming into this game is reroute the receivers, Take away those underneath that first window throw for Tua, make him pat the ball, go to a second or third read, and then make a play on the ball when you get a chance. So you see how he kind of stepped back, like almost like a fadeaway.
Fadeaway jumper.
Look like Jalen there.
Yeah, you gotta keep that one down.
Offensive version of Jalen.
You got to keep that one down, especially with like man-to-man when it's not like a zone and you're not trying to layer and get it over that first layer of coverage. You got to put that one down. But tips and overthrows, we talk about all the time. Great job by Snead at that left corner taking away the first one.
Now we're talking. Let's get this guy
Jair,
a microphone.
Captain Jair. They did a great job. Joe Barry's defense all afternoon
That
long.
baby Joe.
Communicating. You see
Hell yeah.
Keyshawn communicating right now. You'll see Jair communicating. DN out here communicating. Preston Smith. You see him right here. Hey, I'm pointing. He's coming down. We're getting a bunch. So just like we saw in that first Lions offensive play with Laporta touchdown, the quicker you can get that communication out, that's now we're not thinking. We're just playing ball. So everybody's on the same page before it ever happens. If you run it back real quick, you'll see Keyshawn, like once he gets close enough to make it a bunch, he'll kind of point to the sky. But all this communication is being had right now. Hey, alert this, boom. Now we got this. So now I can understand, once again, those 3 or 4 plays. I know the route concepts. Now I can play those more aggressively. 3rd and 6, once again, on the money down. He's sitting on the sticks. He's sitting right on Brandon Cooks. He knows exactly what route's coming, and he's physical at that catch point. Pivot route, boom.
Man.
How about that little slight communication there? Just that little finger up. That's mine.
That's everything. So I always talk about verbal and nonverbal communication, DBs, because sometimes we can't hear each other, sometimes we can. But the quicker I get it as this corner, coming out of the huddle as a nickel, that's got to be the most talkative motherfucker out there. That's like the center. Centers are always talking. Nickels should be always talking. We should have our disguises on the same page. You're going to be the guy moving around with motions. So you got to have everybody on point.
Why are they doubling Gallup, or are they just trying to rob that motion? Because the opposite safety comes down onto that crosser.
Yeah, I would call it probably like a one hole or one robber or something, because crossers are man beaters, number one, and they're just tough to cover. So yeah, you're going to take away Gallup. And what they were about to do before he threw this ball, Keyshawn's giving that crosser up, and then you become the rat. A lot of people, 2 people run with him, but if we anticipate it, we communicate it. Turn, alert this crosser. Boom, once that crosser's in, I'm pointing it to you, and now I become the new rat player or hole player. So great job once again from this Joe Barry defense this week, just all being on the same page. This route he picked off, they ran a similar route the Cowboys did we all saw the clip with Jair pushing CD in the back, took it away. The tight end, Ferguson, was open. For some reason, Dak didn't throw it, scrambled out to the left. And I believe it was Keyshawn Nixon who got a sack on the other side. So defense just been on the same page. And that it all accumulates on that quarterback. Sometimes they start seeing things, they start feeling pressure that's not there. They start seeing coverages that aren't necessarily there. We all remember Sam Darnold say, hey, I'm seeing ghosts. That was just, boom, everybody on the same page. Once again, if you pause this, 2nd and 2, this is out of a timeout.
2?
2nd and 2. So out of a
Joe
timeout.
Barry.
Keyshawn Nixon, boom. Now we set him to the field. So as a defensive coordinator, when they call the play as that nickel, most times you're going to line up to the passing strength, right? So the passing strength here would be, if that's a receiver and a receiver tight end, the passing strength would be down here, because this is where we have the 2 wide receivers. So as a nickel, more times than not, hey, I'm going to be nickel left. Offense, hey, we're going to motion CeeDee Lamb to the field. So instead of calling a passing strength-based coverage, Joe Barry calls it where I'm going to put the nickel to the field. So it's going to be a field concept. I don't know who was supposed to blitz originally, but Campbell becomes the blitzer. Once again, you see the communication. It's subtle. So maybe Keyshawn was supposed to blitz. He gave it to Campbell. And now you see Savage. So it ends up in the fire zone. Walker drops out of coverage. 3 underneath, 3 deep, 5 blitzers. So if you pause it, 5 rushers. 1, 2, 3 underneath, 1, 2, 3 deep. So now you just pass these zones off. So now Savage is going to pass that first slant off and pick off that CeeDee Lamb slant. So this triple slants, once again, another West Coast staple, out of a timeout, boom, all over it.
He went to Cooks first, and then
drop down on 3 first.
Showcase. He's not open.
So he's there.
Filthy.
Read the eyes, go back there. As a fire zone, even though it's a zone, it's very matchy, because we don't have that 4th dropper in coverage. We've sent him as a blitzer. So now as a fire zone, we got to be more matchy so it can look like man.
And now it's 27-0.
That's right.
And now it's
Extend
27-0.
Joe Barry. Now.
2
Ladies
weeks.
and
2 weeks
gentlemen.
ago, get rid of him.
Yep.
Well, Ty is still thinking
Still
that,
is.
but we're all enjoying it. Ladies and gentlemen, everything DB, good D, bad D, bad D.
Maybe D-Bot.
D-Bot.